1 month ago. Give me a month and it will run on its own. Bye. I have no idea how I'm gonna pull it off. I have no backend, no infrastructure, nothing automated. But I said yes, so I have 30 days to make it real. The backstory, why I said yes. One of my boys hit me up like, "Bro, I just started a real estate consulting business. My Instagram has 0 followers. Do you think there's a way to automate that?" At that time, I had built a couple of coding projects. Just concept, nothing that people were really using. I was tired of creating stuff that no one cared about. I had already done some basic automation with Python and browsers, but nothing serious involving server or IP. When this opportunity came up, I just thought, fuck, let's go. But before I could even touch a line of code, I had to build the concept. The idea wasn't just build a bot. It was how can I save my client time while growing their account. So I asked myself, what are you doing every day on Instagram that's eating up time and could be automated? Here are the 3 most painful tasks every online business faces on Instagram. Account activity. Liking posts from potential leads and partners sounds simple, but it often turns into an endless doom scroll. Growing followers. The classic follow and follow strategy. Every small account has tried it. You have to hunt down profiles one by one and make sure to unfollow later so you don't look desperate. Prospecting. Sending DMs to followers or total strangers, hoping to convert them. With a success rate between 1 and 10%, you have to send thousands just to get a few replies. Most of them will never even be seen. Likes, follow, DM, all the stuff that build visibility, but that are repetitive and boring. Before jumping into code, I wanted to see what was already out there, so I did my research. But what we needed was way more specific. I didn't want it just another generic tools. I wanted something that could be tailored to each users. A tool that could narrow down and target a very specific type of person, based on their niche, their audience and their goals. Not just a tool to get followers, but a tool to attract real people who actually care. And even more than that, a tool that could start real conversations, so the user could jump in, continue the chat, and actually convert that interest into sales. At that point, a few key features started to take shape. Liking potential lead, follow and follow, and starting a conversation, those had to be the core feature of the bot. But the real question was, how do we actually find qualified lead? After digging into how Instagram works, we had to face the truth. Instagram search is trash. If you're into bikes, there's no easy way to find people who are actually interested in bikes. But there was a smarter way. Find accounts whose main topic is bikes and then focus on their active followers, people who already engage with that kind of content. That's when I cracked a big piece of the puzzle. Seed account. By using seed account, we could be able to target the right audience and present them to my Instagram's friends page in a natural way. Also, while doing some research, I realized something special. 3 main limits on Instagram that, if you cross them, can get your account banned. Likes. The limit depends on how active your account is. But generally, liking more than 500 posts a day or more than 1 like every 30 seconds can trigger a flag. Message. To stay under the radar, you shouldn't send more than 40 DM per day, especially to people who don't follow you back. Follow, unfollow. The safe zone? No more than 50 follows and 50 unfollows per day. If you only do follow or only do unfollow, you can push a bit more, but still, you have to stay smart. So with all that in mind, I had to manage carefully the activity of my tools, keeping it under Instagram's limit to avoid triggering any alarms or bans. Once I gathered all the key info, I could finally design the workflow, something simple, clear and focused. Here how it goes. First, we need to get the seed accounts. These seed accounts are the accounts that have the customer that our user wants. Then my bot from these seed accounts will get their active customers. It's the people who like and interact on their post. Then we will go to like their post. When we do that, we gather data. Most important, let's say language, interest, tag. We get the followings, and a ton of information as well. Once we like their post of these active users, we will check the following things. Does this guy follow me? If yes, we can send a welcome message. If no, then we will try to unfollow. After that, if he follow me, I can send a welcome message. Otherwise, we send a cold prospection message to hope to get an answer. And after that, it's the user will have to answer. To make it feel human, I mix it with some natural action like watching stories, watching reels, or scrolling. Once I had the logic, it was time to build. And trust me, nothing went as planned. Alright guys, I spent the last few weeks developing an MVP, something truly horrible. Here how it looks. He's moving by himself. So that's something we will have to automate actually. And for the DB, I'm using Google Sheet. So as well, that's something I need to create a clear and clean architecture. Just to let you know, for the automation, I'm actually using Selenium. To let my friend use it, I create an exe file with PyInstaller and create a crazy update method using GitHub. I don't recommend, it worked for a few weeks, but now we have to step up. I didn't mention that I create the whole MVP in a single Python file. A big, huge, ugly file. And you know what the craziest part? It actually worked. 3,000 lines of pain. Yeah, it was slow, laggy, and definitely not pretty. But it was the real step into the journey. And when we saw that it worked, I knew it was time to level up. Build a proper Python architecture. No more one file. Make the tools run on a server 24/7. But scaling, yeah, that part wasn't easy as I thought. So when I hit some technical walls, I did what I always do. I called in backup. He runs several online businesses, including e-commerce apps that include Amazon affiliate links. Solid dev, better businessman. And here's what he told me. Please, if you run automation on a server, don't skip the 3 rules. Hide your IP. Use residential proxy, ISP, or anything that make you look like real human. Most modern platforms will block you instantly if they detect traffic coming straight from a data center. Separate environments per user. If you're managing multiple users, like I do, make sure each one has their own browser data and IP. Always check that you're running in the right environment for the right users. Act human. Add random delay, pause, and natural looking action. You're not trying to be fast, you're trying to look real. If you follow those steps, everything should run smoothly. To manage a database, I use Supabase. To get the user information, authentication, and to manage the proxy credential information as well. The tool is running on an external server, including the scheduling using cron tab. And each user gets a dedicated IP with the IP provider, which is Bright Data. So here's the flow. Supabase DB sends the user data to the bot. The bot sends back to the DB all the activity, so we can get all the logs. We get a secured connection on the server because he sends the credential to the proxy provider, and the proxy provider sends the secure correction. Here it is. Now, after struggling for days with proxy error while setting it up, I finally crack it. Shit guys, after a few days, the bot is finally running on the server by himself and with the IP proxy management. I had to tweak a bit cron tab and how it works. If you look at the text, it's half in French because I'm French. But now it's running and you can't imagine how crazy it feels. And I thought, that's it. Time to drink coconut juice on the beach and make cash while I sleep. But no, that was just the beginning of the nightmare. Hey bro, we started, but is it normal that nothing is happening now? Bugs. I had a working tool, but no way to monitor what was actually happening. So I realized, here is the most critical mistakes in any solo dev project. Logging. Once your tool is live, you need to track what it's doing and get an history. For optimization, debugging, and maintenance. Dashboard. A clean, simple dashboard. For you to monitor and for your users to see the value you're delivering. Bug management. You should know when something breaks. real-time alerts, so you can fix it as soon as possible. If you're building a SaaS, these 3 things are not negotiable. So here's how I handle it. For the login, I kept it simple. I just used the Python built-in logging library. Each user had their own log file. And I set up a weekly cleanup to avoid bloated file to eat all my storage. Was it perfect? Nah, but it worked. For the dashboard, my German homie came to me again and told me about Grafana. It's open source, connect easily to your PostgreSDB, and the UI is... well, let's just say it's not for your grandma. But once you get it, it's powerful. For the bug management, it was totally mess. I had no idea what was breaking or when. So I searched, and that's when I found the holy grail. Sentry. I had seen it before in company. It logs error, show where the bug happened, and even can give you alert on Discord. Let me tell you, for 3 days my Discord was like... I felt a soldier under fire, but after the storm, spring came. And with Sentry, I could finally breathe. Bonus, Sentry also showed me where my code was slow. Let's take an example with one task. When I had to visit the account and get their information to put it in my DB. This task was taking 2 to 3 minutes per account. So I rolled up my sleeve and I execute thread pull executor. It lets you split tasks and execute them in the same time instead of one by one in your code. With this, the execution time dropped from 2 minutes to 15 seconds, from chaos to control. And here we are, the bot is running by its own, no major issue, and the best part, my customers start to have real results. Followers, sales, it starts to be incredibly powerful. So before this video continues, if you're interested to grow your Instagram account, don't hesitate, DM me at car_journey and maybe we can discuss about how my tools and my experience can help you to scale too. Now, it's time for reward and holidays. Alright, so I started to get results from the bot. The result is not as crazy as what the fake platform can promise you, but not that bad actually. Depending on your niche, you can expect to get between 100 and 200 followers per month. But followers are not the most important. I help my friends and my customers now to turn their Instagram into more attractive page and switch attention into money. The magic with that is the cold prospection that actually bring customers to my customers for the users of the tools, and that's the magic. Alright guys, I'm talking from my accommodation in Da Nang right now. The project is not done yet, there is still improvement to do, and actually there is 3 main improvements I need to do right now. I need to get more users so I can get feedback and improve the platform. I'm starting to build an in-house solution to manage your message template, your seed account, every parameters, to don't use Grafana anymore and have the dashboard directly into my solution. And so one, I need to automate more the onboarding of new users so it will be easier to scale. Actually, I have to do it myself. So that's the 3 main improvements I need to do now. This whole experience taught me so much, from a broken bot that were running on my laptop to something that actually works, can be scaled and help people and continue to grow every day. Here is what I learned from building a SaaS in 2025. Start from a real need. Don't invent the problem or you won't be able to sell the solution. Before I started, several persons told me they needed a way to automate their prospecting on Instagram. That's when I knew it was time to build. Don't waste time on MVP. Perfectionism is business' worst enemy. Ship it, test it, learn fast. You will grow faster by iterating instead of polishing something that no one uses. Monitoring is everything. If you don't see what your app is doing, you can't improve it. Adding Sentry was a total game changer. It helped me identify bugs instantly and made the development 10 times faster. Wanna try the tools? DM me on Instagram. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you guys.
I'm still filming.
Okay.